Welcome to the first Robertson Training video blog. Simple, creative, enjoyable thoughts and calls to action from everyday situations. We've done 2-minute skills videos before, but this is our first blog. I'll tend to read them out until I improve my performance. Same with all things really, clunky at first and then becomes smooth as silk. It would also be great to get your feedback. This first blog I've called Ghosting Productivity. Is it just me? After all, I am a man of advancing years. Am I naive? Am I out of touch? If I call people and I am told they will call me back, I expect that they will. If I email someone, I expect them to reply. When it doesn't happen, apparently I'm being ghosted. But why should you care? Well, you should care because if our experience at Robertson is the same across the country, a Googleplex of resources being wasted that could be channeled to higher value pursuits that solve problems, create wealth, meet KPIs, or whatever success measures you have. For the uninitiated, ghosting is basically when somebody ends a personal relationship by withdrawing all communication suddenly and without explanation. Usually it's accompanied by a social media blackout, blocking them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc., as well as ignoring their text, WhatsApps and calls. I'm crossing the dimensions here to apply it to business. So what's the evidence? Well, I'd cite to get a meeting, 17 emails to an ex-colleague with whom I'd worked for over a decade. To get an update on a previously agreed action, a massive 29 calls to a charity. To get feedback on a proposal that they asked for, a combined 47 emails and phone calls to a student support group. The implications of all of this? Well, we are one small business. I can't help feeling that business ghosting must be part of the productivity malaise in this country. If we take GDP per hour, only Greece and Portugal are less than us. We are 72, Spain 77, Germany 92, and Norway 130. If we are to enhance our quality of life, we need to produce more of real value with what we currently put in, or the same with less. If not, you can forget future prosperity. So think of the receptionist at the charity who spent, I guess, about 90 minutes with me, putting me on hold 29 times, coming back to say the person wasn't in 29 times, taking my details 29 times, emailing my contact within her business 29 times, for my contact to read the message 29 times, only for them to ghost me 29 times. Now gross this behaviour up from one caller and one receptionist to the 365,000 businesses in Scotland, never mind public and third sector organisations, and you can see why I quoted the Googleplex term earlier. And I haven't enough room here to write about and talk about brand image damage. So who's the culprit? Well, who knows? At first I thought, well, maybe it's Tim Ferriss and his 4-hour working week book. And then I fell back on I blame the parents. In the end, I've decided that there are several culprits. There is the easiness to ghost somebody that you don't know that well. The short-sightedness of today's ghost is potentially tomorrow's £1 million client. And perhaps there's a lack of genuine customer surveys to find out what customers really think. We don't need to know the culprits to work on the solution. So from a solution point of view, simply take the lead from a mate of mine whose mantra is, it's nice to be nice. Take my call, take other businesses' calls, even if it's to say, thank you, and we will not be proceeding with this at the moment, thanks very much. Reply to my email, even if it's to say, You'll be back in touch by the close of business next Thursday. There are 6 of us in our business, and we see it as our duty to get back to people, even if it's to say no thanks. As the Mahatma said, be the change you want to see in the world. So the call to action at the end of our first video blog is to encourage your people to get back to people. Point out the hard business benefits to them and others in the business of getting back to people. Publish your standards on getting back to people. Include it in your induction and customer service trainings. And monitor how you get on. Do straw polls with clients and suppliers to prove that you're doing it and it's working. And finally, if I or any of my team ghost you, you must let me know. Have a superb day.